A Trump account. What is a Trump account? So basically what it is it's a investing account. It is not a education account. I think a lot of people misunderstand this is not a education account. This is basically an investment account that follows the S&P 500. Now, who's eligible? Anybody under the age of 18 can have one opened up. Now, the only people who can open it up and contribute to it, though, are like family members, like your parents, your legal guardian, grandparents, stuff like that. That's the only one that can do that, right? Now, here's the thing. When you set up the account, if a kid was born between 2025 and 2028, they get $1,000 of your money put into it. It's seeded. $1,000. Now, outside of this, if you are under 18 or if your kid is under 18 or a child is under 18, they are eligible for up to $250 if they live in an area, a zip code, where the median income is under $125,000 a year. If the median income is under $125,000 a year, they are qualified for the $250 from the Dell grant. Okay? So this is what you have here. Now, what does it mean? Well, this is like I said, they get the $1,000 if you're born here, $250 if you are in a zip code here, and you're allowed to contribute up to $5,000 a year. So unlike a 529, which we'll get into, you can do up to $5,000 a year. And so that's what the Trump account is. Now, the big winner from this is going to be BNY Mellon, who must know must know Trump pretty well. They're handling the accounts, and Robinhood, because Robinhood is the one that is going to be tracking the accounts, okay? Basically, it's like an S&P 500 tracker, but it's got all the companies, the whole 9 yards. This is what it is. So the question is who does this benefit? Well, technically, it's going to benefit the kids, right? Because it grows, over time and stuff like that. It really benefits people now because what this does is add more liquidity into the market because the S&P 500, they have to purchase this to put into these accounts. And that $1,000 alone is government money. So basically, it's like government injecting more money into the market and then more people adding more money into this. But that first $1,000 for several million kids, that's billions more dollars into the market, which is going to help keep the market high. So people that are in the market now, boomers and retirees right now, they're fucking loving this. This is the big win. Down the line, though, this might cause some more inflationary problems. We'll see. So that's what the Trump account is, okay? Basically, anybody can open one for their kids, right? They have to be, either parent, sibling, guardian, whatever, grandparent. They can contribute to it up to $5,000 per year. If they're born between 25 and 2028, $1,000 from the government. If they're in a zip code that's under $125,000 a year median income, they qualify for up to $250 from the Dell thing, okay? And so you can add to it. So you're like, okay, well, why would I add to this instead of a 529? You wouldn't. The only way I personally would do a Trump account in lieu of a 529 is if I could qualify for that $1,000, that $250. And that's all I would ever do. Unless I'm maxing out the 529, then I might dump it in here. But otherwise, there's no real advantage to this, at least in my opinion. Okay, at least in my opinion. Okay, so the question then becomes, well, why? Why would you choose the 529 over the Trump account, right? Well, let's take it out. Let's look at the differences. Okay, what's the difference? So Trump account, 529. All right, what's a 529 for? Education, right? So how does a 529 work? All right. 529s are great because you put money in, you can put up to a certain amount of, you can actually put up to the gift tax amount, limit every year. Anybody can contribute to it. It goes in, okay? And it's used later on for education. Also, it doesn't count against your financial aid. So let's say your kid goes to college and they have, let's say there's $85,000. Let's just say it's a smaller amount than whatever. Well, guess what? This 529 doesn't count as part of their net worth, right? And so they still qualify for the financial aid. They can use this for the leftovers. And if they're really smart and they end up getting, a scholarship, they don't have to use their 529. They can then roll this over to their first ever Roth IRA, contributing that $7,000, which will probably be $7,500, but it'll probably be higher than that, annual, up to $35,000. So now your kid gets to get financial aid, use the rest for their education, and anything left over, they now get to seed their first ever IRA. On top of that, you have a seeding round. You can put 5 years worth of contributions in year one. Boom. That's massive. Okay, that's massive. Now, with the Trump account, it's an investing account. It's not for school. They can convert it to an IRA at 18, or they can continue to hold on to it into retirement. But it's an investing account. not for education purposes. Aren't Trump accounts only for kids born 2025, 2028? No. 2025 to 2028 are the ones that are eligible for the $1,000. Anyone under 18 can have one. If you're in a zip code where the median income is less than $125,000 a year, you can qualify for the $250 grant from the Dell. Otherwise, this is just a vehicle for you to put investing account money away for your kid. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but they're way better off with the 529 unless you just like are planning on paying for their college or whatever. Now, let's keep going with the differences, okay? So what else? Taxes, right? Let's talk taxes. So this is investing, education. You can put a lot more money here. With this, remember, you could put up to $5,000 a year. This you can put up to, I think, $13,000 a year, unless you get over the gift tax thing, and a lifetime of $350,000. Now let's talk taxes. This is tax deferred. So basically, they're going to pay taxes on this. Okay, they're going to pay taxes on this later on in life. So you're going to get your withdrawal, your taxes on your income, right? Like income tax when you withdraw it, and a penalty if you withdraw early. So you're going to get taxed on this. This, if you use it for education, no taxes on it. And if you have leftovers, you can put it towards your Roth IRA, which is great because, again, now you're not paying taxes on that either, and it's putting in there, and that's tax-free as well moving forward. So wanted to put this out there because, people need to know, okay? So this is tax deferred. This is tax deferred, but this is not taxed until withdrawal, okay? This is tax-free if it's used for education. So a much better overall deal. And if they do, like I said, if they don't use it, they can roll it to the Roth IRA. All right, so contributions is another one. Here's the difference. It's after tax contributions, so you don't get a tax break on this, right? So after tax for both. But there's one little loophole, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later on, okay? Now, what are your annual limits? Well, your limit here is $5,000. That's the annual limit. That's family plus employers, okay? It doesn't matter who does it. It's only $5,000. 529, there's no federal limit on how much you can put in. But the state lifetime usually caps between $250 and $350, sometimes up to $600,000 depending on your state. So there's no cap. Problem is that, again, you only want to put so much in, all right? So it's how you want to play this, okay? Now, the difference here with the Trump account is the kids get the $1,000 seeding from the government or $250 from the grant, depending on the different things. You don't get a seeding here, okay? Now, when you go to college, okay, when you withdraw here, okay, this is taxed as ordinary income. So growth plus, if you withdraw it early, it's pre-tax portions. Pre-tax portions plus growth you're going to get here, and then the 10% penalty. Tax-free over here, okay, if it's for qualified expenses. Same thing. All right, I know I'm boring some of you guys, but I wanted to get to this before I tell you the difference, okay? This can be used for anything, right? You can take this money out after you're 18. You can use it for Roth IRA. You can use it for, education. You can do your first home, business startups or retirement. Any of those are where the use is without like a penalty or any issue, right? Here, it's just education, except for the Roth rollover up to $35,000, which will probably be increased over time. All right, so as far as investing, what can you do? Well, this is basically low-cost index funds for the S&P 500, broad U.S. equity ETFs. This is based on, this is basically S&P, and this is a mixed portfolio, basically through your brokerage, okay? Now, there's no state benefits here. There's no state benefits with the Trump account. In a 529, there are 30 states that do deductions for credit and contributions. So you get a deduction over here. Okay, I know I'm taking a long time here, but I want you guys to have the information, okay? This qualifies as present interest gifts, right? So this qualifies as a gift, right? So if you go over, you're not going to go over your yearly contribution, but if for some reason you do have gift tax involved, but you just have your your lifetime exemption as well, okay? Now, for financial aid, okay, this is a big one. For the financial aid on the Trump accounts, okay? This is owned by the child. It counts against their financial aid. Remember this. If you're thinking about using a Trump account in lieu of 529 for education, you're absolutely fucking insane, or you're a brain dead fucking cult member. But not only do you not get the contributions and the tax deferments and all the other shit like that, this counts against their financial aid. So if they have a Trump account and they go to apply for college and financial aid, this counts against what they qualify for because technically it's theirs. So they're going to get less financial aid. This does not, okay? So if you have a kid who you're not going to be able to afford to put them through college, you don't think, and they've got to take financial aid, this is awesome because they get the financial aid and then they get to pay the rest of it with the 529 and then have a Roth IRA rollover without having to get income and pay tax before they get it. It's just like an insane fucking thing to have. This doesn't have that. Now, as far as early withdrawals, okay, and I don't mean DTs, guys. I was there. I'll never forget that, okay? Early withdrawals, obviously, 10% plus taxes here. Some exemptions after you turn 18, depending on what you're using it for. This is 10% on earnings only, not the seeded money. So those are the difference. Now, I will not be opening a Trump account for my kids when I can do a 529. Let me take that back. I will be opening a Trump account for my kids, but I won't be funding it. And let me tell you why. Because there's a little loophole here, okay? There's a little loophole here, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember how I said there's $5,000 a year limit? Well, guess what? An employer can fund it for their employee. Now, interesting enough, I happen to own an LLC, which is taxed as an S corp. What does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? This means that I am an employee of my business, which means if I open a Trump account and my business now applies for the ability to fund this, my business can now fund my Trump account. And unlike with an individual, this is a tax deduction. So ladies and gentlemen, Stocky's little loophole for you is, if you are a business owner and you are employing yourself, you cut yourself a check, I can now open 2 accounts for my kids, and I can put $2,500 into one and $2,500 into the other, and I now get a tax exemption on $5,000 for my business, all while my kids get an account that grows. Your kids are not your employees? No. I am the employee and they're my children. The employer can contribute to the employee's Trump account. So if I am the employee of my business because I pay myself a salary and I open a Trump account, my business has to apply to be able to contribute, and my business can now contribute to my child's Trump account, and I get it as a tax exemption. Stocky's out here finding you your loopholes. So I will personally continue to fund a 529 instead of a Trump account because I'd be brain dead to do a funded Trump account versus a 529. If your kid is born between 2025 and 2028, guess what? You get $1,000 seeded. If you live in a place where the median income is under $150,000, guess what? You can apply for another $250. And if you own a business and you pay yourself a salary and you're an employee, right? Guess what? You can now get the $1,000 plus potentially $250 if the kids are in the right age range, and up to $5,000. It's $5,000 tax deduction, not that much in the grand scheme of things, especially for the mega rich. Bitch, do you think the mega rich are watching my stream for fucking tax, help and fucking payroll shit? No, bitch. Yeah, there's people that are worth, 9 figures that probably watch from time to time for entertainment and shit like that, but they don't handle their own money and they don't give a shit about a $5,000 deduction. Fucking $5,000 is what they spent on lunch today, bro. Chill. They already know this shit, dude. See, that's where you're wrong. A lot of people who are very, very, very wealthy like that, they don't know this shit. They don't need to know this shit. They literally pay people to deal with this shit for them so they can focus on other things. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money buys you convenience and it buys you time. If you can pay someone else to worry about this shit instead of yourself, for example, the people that we bought this house from, they didn't even show up to the closing. They're great people, but they hired somebody to deal with it for them. They were with their family in some lake place in Virginia. They didn't come up here for this. You buy yourself time and convenience. That is a given, bro. You're the one who said all rich people know this. You think all mega wealthy people know about this? They're not gonna. You think they're even give a shit about Trump accounts? No. You know what they're doing? They invested in the companies that are gonna be making money off of this, and they didn't even do it on purpose. They probably got a fucking phone call, or their advisor or somebody at their bank was like, "Hey, listen, this is going on. I'm gonna put some money in here." Isn't a Trump account at least good enough just to offset inflation for a poor? Listen, if you don't have kids, this is just like opening up a Robinhood account and buying into a Robinhood fucking VU. Legitimately, this is a scam for most people. It's not a scam. It's a way of getting some people who have maxed their contributions on 401k, IRA, and 529 to put some more money, wiggle away, and potentially and it's for their kids if they want to leave that. But it's only $5,000 a year cap. It's not tax deductible. It doesn't have seating, and it doesn't allow for like education, stuff like that. But it's another way of like, if you want to invest, because this is the thing, you want your money to grow, right? And you want to use every like small thing you can to maximize the returns. If you're middle class, upper middle class, or even if you're, whatever, this is why 529 is the way to go. The amount of people in America who don't understand what a 529 is for their kids don't understand what they're missing out on. And there's a reason for it. It's such a good vehicle that helps people let their kids break the cycle or have a head start, but We don't want that because we want everybody in debt. Why in God's name would a country and a world run by people being in debt and working hard to pay off debt and to keep things growing want to tell you how your kids could not be the next slave in that cycle? No, I want you to go out. They want you to go out and take a student loan so your kids are in debt. And because they're in debt, they have to work, and they have to work hard. And they have to take shit because they have a debt to pay. And then in order to pay off that, because they have to take out more debt to fund the next thing. It keeps that debt going, and it keeps them a debt slave forever. But if they know about a 529 and somebody who's struggling but doing good enough to put a little money away can actually set their kids up to not deal with that hassle, anxiety, stress, and pain of debt the way they did, at least lessen that, they don't want you to know about that shit. Who the fuck wants you to know about that? We wouldn't want you to know about that. We sound like good people because we this is a thing, but when's the last time you saw a 529 promoted? It empowers people and their children growing up. It doesn't do anything else for anybody else. The amount of people, when I was at my kids' school, when they first went to their new school in November of last year, I was sitting at a table with some other parents, and we got to talking, and they asked me what I did for a living, and I was just like, I hate when people ask that question. I said, I do a financial show. I host a financial show, which is even worse than saying what I really do. And they started asking questions, and I said, whatever, and they're like, do you have any advice for us with the kids? I said, do you have a 529? They're like, no, we heard about it and we were going to look into it, but we just never really got around to it. And I just broke it down for them. They had no idea. They had 2 kids. They had a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. They had no idea. Like, no idea. Like, you just don't understand. Like, people may know what it is, but not understand it. And they don't want to do it because they're thinking, oh, it's just another investing account. I'll do it later. They don't understand what they can do and the advantages to it. Can you start a 529 for your nephew? Depending on your state, you might be able to. Or you get your parents to get their parents to start it, and you can fund it because your family. Anybody can fund a 529. The Trump account, it has to be immediate family. But like, you can have extended family and shit like that. You can change who's the owner, who's the kid is. And for example, like, we have a 529. We're in Delaware. We have a 529 for Florida. You can use other states' 529 plans too. It's insane. What's the catch with the Trump accounts? There's no real catch. It's just that someone else is making money. The Trump account, at the end of the day, the Trump account is not making for you to make money or your kids to make money. It's for the banks and the brokerages that are handling this to make money. That's who's going to make money in this in the long term. Now, granted, there is some advantage here if your kid is not going to go to school, or you're going to pay for their school and you want them to have money later on and they can use it for like home and business and stuff like that. But with the 529, you're better off because it doesn't count against financial aid. So they get more financial aid, which means their school's more paid off, which means they can probably cover how much college is going to cost in 15 years. They're going to be able to cover the remaining with this 529. And if they have any left over, they then get to seed their own Roth IRA, $7,000 a year, whatever the max is up there, up to $35,000 without having to take that from their employer paycheck, which means they have more money to start off with, less debt, while also getting a tax deferred, not tax deferred, but a post-tax, fucking IRA after their fully paid college is paid off. I mean, think about that. You go into college, it's fully paid off. You get the financial assistance because it's not counted against you like the Trump account is. Then whatever's left over, you have a 529 that pays for that. If there's left over from that, you then get to seed a Roth IRA for $7,000 a year for like 5 years, okay, without having to take that out of your employee paycheck, which then puts you even further ahead to put into your to your 401k, and then your kid has no debt and is already set up better than 99% of Americans. If your kid turns out to be a shithead, you can transfer it to your other kid. Honestly, when hearing about some of the stuff America has with the 401k 529 and the Roth IRA for retirement, it's all good. That's the only thing I'm really kind of jealous about because we don't have anything like this in Europe. Well, you don't need it because you guys don't have to worry about being able to pay off, be retired without dying. Well, you won't have retirement soon. But you should. I'm surprised you didn't say air conditioning as something you might be jealous about too. I have a friend who lives in Colorado and he contributes to my child's 529. You really be surprised that you can contribute. Anybody can contribute to the 529. Like, instead of grandma and grandpa sending a fucking Target gift card for Christmas, tell them to throw $100 in your kid's 529. Threaten them. Say, I'll fucking plant crack cocaine in your yard and call the police if you don't put money in there. That's right, grandma. Better dig into that fucking purse.